What's going on, everybody? Testing my mic. Let me know if it sounds good or not. Thank you for everyone who came over from TWRP. Give me one moment. Okay, I'm back. Fuck, man. So I just got done listening to watching the Raw and Netflix episode, and man, let me just say this shit was ass. I really went into it with, I guess, optimism because I thought they would improve, but Nose Man proves me wrong once again. And I'm gonna add this one to the stage because I'm sure nobody wants to see my fucking avatar. I have like a rundown here of the fucking the show. Let me get that open. Yeah, Raw was so fucking boring tonight. Like, I went into it with optimism because I was like, they can't get much worse than what they did before. But trust me, they got fucking worse. What's up, JT? It's good to see you. Try to keep my mic closer so it doesn't fade out. All right, so I have an overview of the show. Oh yeah, I'll send you that link, Edge Runner, real quick, because I don't even know what the fuck to talk about. So, all right, I guess if you like copy that into your web browser, you should be able to join. So, fuck. Also, Edge Runner, I'm gonna have to edit the thumbnail later on because I fucked up. I have to redo the entire thumbnail because I deleted it. For the people that did watch Raw, what were your thoughts? Let me know down below because I didn't think it was a great show. I watched the entire show. Now, granted, I had my headphones in and I wasn't entirely paying attention to the whole show, but overall, I just thought it was actual garbage. Compared to last week, at least you had things to kind of, I don't know, be invested in. There was really nothing to be invested in here. And you start off the show with fucking CM Punk of all people coming out. And you know what? I'm gonna address this here because I feel like I have to. For every CM Punk fan that was sending me death threats on my account earlier, you can go fuck yourself. Because all I said was Phil Brooks victims. Wasn't implying anything. But people have to go out of their way and send death threats to me and my family. You can go fuck yourself. I don't tolerate that shit. That's the only thing that I will report and block people over is death threats. Not only for myself, but for my fucking family. That's not okay. Nobody's saying you can't like a wrestler. Nobody's saying that. But your wrestler isn't obliged for fucking criticism. And I will criticize CM Punk as much as I fucking want. That doesn't give you the right to come on either to my stream or my account to try to, one, get me flagged down for what? It's a free speech fucking platform that Elon Musk bought to be free speech. So technically, I could say whatever the fuck I want, whether it offends you or not. So that's my biggest problem, is that I was okay with everybody talking their shit. That's cool. But when you bring fucking family into this, threatening bodily harm onto me, I know they ain't gonna do shit, but you still have to you have to put your foot down and tell these people how it is. So that's the only way that I will block you is if you either throw my name under the mud or you threaten my family. Because I don't fucking play with that shit. And then this one account was tagging Triple H. Like, bro, he does not give a fuck. He was tagging Triple H, CM Punk, Zoe Stark in the Pure Fusion Collective lesbian group. Like they were gonna fucking see the post and run to his side saying, "Oh, thank you for saving us from this fucking weirdo on Twitter." You're the weirdo for going out of your way to create an account that day to fucking tag not only myself, but then people that was in my thread. You're a fucking asshole. You can say whatever the fuck you want about me, and that's fine. But going into to bring my family into it, you can go fuck yourself. CM Punk is not worth the fucking bullshit that I had to go through on Twitter last night. So go fuck yourself. I'm not playing around, dude. Yeah, I see you, Edge Runner. Give me a minute. So yeah, fucking back to the show. CM Punk comes out cutting his normal bullshit promo, sucking off the crowd like he usually does. And he gets interrupted by Rollins. I wasn't really paying attention. The main part of this was that Drew came out and declared for the Rumble. It's like, who cares? I like Drew McIntyre, but he just lost to fucking Jey Uso last week. Why should you care about, anything about him? He lost to a mid-carder. Now that mid-carder is talented, I'm not going to lie, but better than Drew McIntyre? No. And then you had fucking Pentagon coming out, bro. Triple H with his fucking indie darlings, bro. I just don't get it. I really don't. Twitter is a hellhole. Yeah, I understand that, and that's fine. Nobody's saying that you can't talk your shit, but when you go and like death threats just aren't cool, bro. That doesn't make you it doesn't make you high and mighty. It doesn't make me a bitch for feeling some sort of way about it, because that's shit that the FBI should be investigating on you. Like if you're wishing death on people, that's not okay. So yeah, I'm kind of all over the place. I'm gonna bring you in, Edge Runner. I can't. What's up, man?
Okay, first of all, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know what the fuck to talk about, so I had to bring somebody in.
Okay, I got my Turtle Beach headset, so I was just wondering if everything's okay.
Yeah, you sound fine to me. Does he sound fine to you guys in chat? Let him know.
To be fair, I did not watch Raw tonight. I was watching TWRP's reaction to Raw, so I didn't see a single fucking second of Raw tonight. But from what I was hearing, it sounded like a pretty shit show.
How do I put it? It was a fucking every segment of the show was a piss break. So if you had to use the bathroom, go make food, I must have gotten up at least 2 to 3 times. Not to, like I went upstairs, grabbed food, and then I used the bathroom. A lot of this show was just stuff you would see on USA. Again,
I almost fell asleep one time, like around the hour and a half point. I was very close to dozing off.
I'm not there because I don't really sleep, but I was incredibly bored. There was nothing on this show that made me interested. Now, yeah, I was tweeting throughout the show, but that was more or less just to, because I was bored as fuck. And Pentagon makes his debut. He beats Chad Gable. Who really cares about this shit, dude? Pentagon, he cut a promo afterwards, and I'm tired.
Okay, can I say something about the Pentagon match? Why the fuck are we bringing people in and having them in super long matches in their debut match against, like, we're bringing Pentagon in and we're having him in a super long match against Chad Gable. You would think, okay, you're bringing in Pentagon, you've been hyping the hell out of him, have him squash Chad Gable, have it be like a 2 to 3 minute squash match, boom, 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 get it out of the way. No, gotta make it a super long match because work rate. Fucking stupid.
That's the problem is he needed a time filler. So I didn't time the match, but it went on for like 25 minutes. Now for like that match opened the show right after that, like the promo. You could get invested with the promo. I understand that, but then you take all of that energy and you suck it out for this long indie bullshit match that didn't need to be on here. This could have easily been on fucking Speed. This did not have to be on your flagship show. You're telling me Chad Gable's the best you got for Monday Night Raw?
Didn't Chad Gable get... Sorry, but didn't Chad Gable get bitched out by the Wyatt Six like a month or two ago? And I'm supposed to take him serious in a match against Pentagon? Really?
Yeah, he's with American Made. He's basically Kurt Angle with hair, with no charisma. That's what I've gotten from watching this guy over the years, is that he's not evolved, he's not changed his moveset, he's not developed a character. Why are we rewarding people who are not improving?
Because work rate.
Okay, yeah, sure, you have work rate, but somebody like Grayson Waller, who is not actively being pushed right now, has better work rate than Gable. What's the excuse? It's we gotta push people that are on Twitter. Fuck out of here with that shit. Tired of that shit. What's up, Jermaine? What's up, Samuel? Hello, Spectral.
Of course, Twitter's gonna mark out over it. And by the way, dude,
about match either. It was a shit match. It went on for way too long. Pentagon botched multiple times. He botched a leg drop. And he looked like he got hurt the entire time because he was like clutching his knee and shit. This is the guy that
if he actually got hurt during his debut match in WWE, I mean, way to hype somebody up and then bring them in. And instead of doing what you should have actually done, and that's have him squash Chad Gable, no, let's just put him in a super long match and he potentially gets injured. Thanks, nose man.
Well, my biggest problem with luchadors is that all they are in ring, like Dragon Lee, him, the fucking LWO people, they're all the same. They don't have charisma. They don't have characters. They rely solely on their work rate. So Penta comes in. If he gets hurt, he can't cut promos. So he's going to be on the shelf. You can't physically use this guy if he gets hurt. It's the same way for Gable. You know, these guys that have great work rate, but nothing else, they're a detriment to your roster because, like, okay, I'll give Punk credit. If Punk got hurt, at least you could still have him cut promos. Who the fuck? Chad Gable gets hurt, he can't cut a promo. Penta, he can't cut a fucking promo. What's up, Lisa? It's a shit show. This is what it is. And the fact that this was the opening match, no wonder. I didn't see anybody leave the show, but I was close to turning the show off. But I remembered I had to live stream it, so I had to watch the rest of the fucking show.
It's like TWRP said when the opening segment happened and then the match with Penta happened. They said if you're a casual viewer and you're trying to get back into wrestling, this is not a very good impression.
No, because usually casuals are looking for segments and they're looking for larger than life guys. Both of these guys are no bigger than 5'8". No bigger. When the ref is bigger than you, that's a problem. That's a real fucking problem. So this match was dog shit. I give it a 0 out of 10.
I give it a 0. I didn't see a single second of it, but just knowing that it's his debut match in WWE, and you normally when you bring somebody like this in, you want them to like go up against jobbers, squash them. The fact that this was a super long match and you potentially put these two at risk of being injured, fuck this match. It's a 0 out of 10.
I couldn't agree anymore. Going forward, for anybody in chat, any indie bullshit match will be getting a 0. I don't care who was in it. I don't care if my favorite talents were in it. It will get a fucking 0.
That's going to be a majority of the show.
Yeah, it will be majority of the show because this show had 4 matches and it felt like, you know, honestly, I will give Noseman credit. This show ended early. This show was only 2.5 hours.
Surprised.
The debut episode was 3.5. This was only 2.5 hours. I wonder if Netflix was like, hey, dude, last episode was shit. You don't have any of your draws. You got to wrap this shit up. So we'll see. We'll see. Next, you had a backstage segment with Judgment Day. Honestly, I thought this was pretty decent. Anything involving Liv Morgan is good to me. So I have no problem with her still being on the show.
Liv Morgan's hot as hell.
Yeah, she is. She's in her mid-30s and she's fucking hot as shit. That's why you have to promote these people.
But no, we can't have her have the belt. We got to give it back to Goth Mommy.
Let me just say this for any of the Rhea fans that will potentially find this stream in the future. I don't hate Rhea Ripley. I just think that why should she hold the belt when she has genuinely not improved in 3 years? I
don't hate Rhea either. Like, I don't have any personal hatred toward her. I'm just gonna be flat out honest. Her fan base is cringeworthy. I'm sorry. To the normal Rhea fan, to the normal fans in her fan base, hey, more power to you. But to the creepy ones, I don't even know what to say.
I look at it like this, bro. If like with Rhea Ripley, and like if we compare her to Liv Morgan, Rhea has not improved at all. She's not different. She just changed up her look, has the same gimmick from NXT. At least with Liv Morgan, you could say, like, if you look at her timeline, she has actually improved. You can't say that about Rhea. You know, it's sad because
Rhea's basically female Marilyn Manson at this point.
Yeah, her makeup makes her look like shit. I don't know who does her makeup backstage.
Who the fuck puts on her makeup? If that's her putting her makeup on, somebody needs to pull her in the back and be like, hey, you might want to tone down on the makeup a little bit.
Well, my biggest thing is, like, if you look at her, she's white, but she's not pale, ghostly white. Every time she comes out, I don't know if it's the lighting or the makeup, but she looks like she has a ghost face. I've seen her take normal pictures. She looks fine. Why? It's weird. It's like she's trying to make herself uglier for the TV. That just doesn't make any sense to me. Whoever's doing her makeup is failing her. They're making her look like a fucking clown. Literally. But yeah, fucking, you know, I'm kind of tired of Judgment Day. The only reason I'm invested is because of Liv Morgan. That's really it. Like, if she wasn't in the group, I would not give a fuck about anything in that promo. So,
okay. Well, go ahead.
Jermaine says the Smarks love Rhea Ripley because she was in NXT UK. And yeah, dude. And I saw this post earlier, like last week, where somebody said that Rhea Ripley she's been underutilized, and I had to think to myself, she was the first NXT UK Women's Champion.
Underutilized
champion. She's won multiple main event championships on the main roster, multiple fucking women's tag team champions. She won the Royal Rumble. Like, how is that underutilized? Mind you, she's the only woman to go to WrestleMania 5 times for a fucking belt. Not even Becky Lynch did that. Trish didn't do that. Lita didn't do that. Charlotte Flair didn't fucking do that. How is she underutilized here? She's had a fucking consistent push under Vince and fucking Triple H. So how is she underutilized? This doesn't make any sense to me. Dumb.
Because no matter what Noseman tried to do, he couldn't keep her fan base happy unless she got the belt back. So now she got the belt back, and now all of her fan base is fucking happy about it. Congratulations.
I don't care who holds the belt at this point. I don't. But you gotta do something different here. You know, you gotta really think about, okay, we have the title on Rhea. And I was thinking about doing a video about this like later on. Like, if the reign turns out shit, I'm definitely doing this video.
Oh, it's gonna turn into shit.
The fact that you like, I don't know. I really don't. I guess when we get to the Rhea promo, I'll fucking talk more about it. We had next up, we had Sheamus versus Ludwig Kaiser. Bro, who asked for this? Again?
Who fucking cares?
This match was so fucking boring. You know what's hilarious? You had Braun Breaker in the crowd watching like a dork when he should have been on this show. What's the excuse? Your
Why do we have
not on this show?
Why do we have Braun sitting out in the crowd? Your Intercontinental Champion, one of the most prestigious belts in your entire fucking company. You got the champion in the crowd for 2 weeks in a row on Raw, not doing a damn thing. What is the fucking point?
But the smarts would say, oh, well, Ludwig deserves a shot. Okay, even if that's so, you're telling me that he deserves to be on the show over one of your up-and-coming young guys who could be your future of the company? I don't think so. So the match fucking sucked. Sheamus like walked up to him in the crowd, and they're teasing a feud between Sheamus and Ludwig. I hope Sheamus wins so that Gunther can go Braun could defeat Gunther at WrestleMania. I'm tired of him in the mid card. He's better than the mid card. We need to move on from IC belt because he's done jack shit with it. I hate to say it. So what's the point of him holding the belt? At least, give it to Sheamus. He could be decent in the mid card, and then you bring up Braun to the main event. That's my plan all along. He should beat Gunther going forward, and he should hold that belt for a year. What are you losing with Braun Breaker as your main event guy? You're gaining everything. He's a younger guy. I think he's like 26. He'll be here
because he's not an indie darling.
Oh yeah, of course, because he's Scott Steiner's nephew. You acting like that's his fucking fault. Darren Claw says second episode should have been the first. I still think the 30-minute countdown is dumb and should be replaced with extra content. Showcase some matches of talent, damn it. Yeah, seriously, why? Like, I wouldn't be against a Raw pre-show. Literally, if you want to get people noticed, have like 2 or 3 matches before the Raw show so people could watch and get people over. But nah, I guess not. Excuse me. This match because I like Sheamus, I'll give it a 3 out of 10. I like Sheamus, so he performed well. I don't like Kaiser. I give this about a 3.
I'll give it a 1 only because Sheamus ended up winning the match. So who cares?
I don't blame you. I really don't. Now the Smarks want Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Why? So that Io could get jobbed out? Is that what you guys really want?
Because one is goth mommy according to Rhea's fans, and the other one, everyone claims that she's cute and hot. That's really the only reason they want the match. It's because one's goth and one's cute. That's it.
Okay, even if that's true, why are her fans so obsessed about her? We'll get to that later.
You're gonna have to answer that for me.
I will have my opinions on Rhea Ripley later. Again, for the Rhea fans, I don't fucking hate her, but you got to tell the truth. You can't be dick sucking around here. We don't dick suck at PRW, all right? We don't fucking do that shit. Even for talents I like, I want to flaws.
I want to go back to Liv for a second here. Like, we're talking about Rhea and we're talking about Io. We're talking about what's going on with Rhea and her title reign. What do you think is going to happen to Liv? Like, I hate to say it, I see her going back to mid-card purgatory hell.
So, okay. I have 2 different paths for Liv Morgan. So, one, which is the one I think she should fucking do, she should win the Royal Rumble. Because out of everyone on this roster, I know it's not going to happen, but here's my reasons. The reason I think she should win the Royal Rumble is because you need people that actually make you money at the end of the day. It's a business. You shouldn't care what people have to say about you backstage. So Liv sells merch. When Raw was on USA, she would outdraw Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. So, mind you, a female talent outdrawing your face of the company, which I think is so valuable. If she could do that, why shouldn't she be on the show? Now, if she goes to the mid-card, very well, but you better fucking feature her in a capacity because she does not deserve to be jobbed out at all. I don't get it. Like Triple H is so obsessed. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Liv Morgan versus Lyra Valkyria. That could get them both over. Fuck it, why not?
Okay.
Honestly, I saw Lyra tonight. She's a cute girl. So why not feature her? Fuck it. And you know what? I'll give Liv Morgan a lot of credit. She makes her opponents look very good. So she'll make fucking Lyra Valkyria look like a fucking badass. I know it.
I swear to God, this is so cringy for me to even say this, but I swear to God, if they work into some fucking storyline where her and Dominique have intergender matches, I fucking swear.
I just don't get the infatuation with fucking. You've seen the intergender bullshit with Dom and Rhea, and that was awful. So
she wouldn't even be able to pick him up. How the fuck would that even work?
She did pick him up for a riptide last week, but I think he jumped into it. He jumped into it. She didn't fully lift him up. But like, I'm gonna be real. The only way I would accept intergender wrestling is if Rhea was super fucking tall, which she's not. She's only 5'7". I'm taller than her. I'm sure you're taller than her. Exactly. That's what I was about to say.
I'm almost 6'4".
Damn, big dude. Fuck, you're big as hell. Damn. Okay. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, man. Like, she wouldn't be able to lift me. I'm about 275. She ain't lifting my ass up. She
ain't lifting my big ass up.
No, I mean, she can't even lift up 90-pound girls consistently. Okay, if Rhea was such a powerhouse, why can't, like with the Riptide, why can't she lift Liv over her head and then slam her down? Because she doesn't have upper body strength. This girl goes to the gym all the fucking time, and she has like very little strength at all. It's very odd.
Sometimes you could work out in the gym as hard as you can, but if your body's just not built for it, sorry, it's just not built for it.
Yeah, she's not built for powerlifting bullshit. Noseman gonna protect his NXT Black and Gold and NXT UK darlings. Yes. That's why why you saw that's why you saw Dakota Kai tonight. Even though she didn't win. Dakota Kai, it's so bad with her. She had to bitch and complain on Twitch because she was complaining. Bro, you were making more money on Twitch than you were making in WWE at the time. So what were you bitching and complaining about?
If you're making more money as a content creator live streaming on a streaming platform rather than what WWE is paying you, you might want to start reconsidering your hobby.
Well, and think about it. She was getting tipped by horny ass fucking men, and I'm sure down the line she will have an OnlyFans. So why not quit? Because you're not talented as a wrestler. You're not. You don't have any charisma. You can't talk on the mic. People say she's pretty. She's a fucking 5 at best. Like I don't see the merit of people who don't.
4 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree. 4 out of 10. Fuck. I just don't understand with her.
Bret Hart. 4 out of 10.
Then we had a backstage segment with Kathy Kelly and Seth Rollins teasing his match with Drew. Nobody cares.
Who cares?
Sami Zayn talked about Roman Reigns and Bloodline. Bro, who gives a fuck? Why is Sami Zayn still on the show? Why?
Because he
did
work right.
People over to fucking SmackDown. Ship this fucking ginger Arab fuck over there. I'm tired of seeing him. Get him off.
Send him to TNA. Get him off of WWE. Send his ass to TNA. I don't fucking care.
Lisa says JBL is coming next week, and 100% HHH will be bitching him out to Gunther. This is what he does to Adam. Well, I heard.
I swear to God,
Lisa, I heard he was going to be on commentary. I didn't hear he was going to wrestle. So I don't know where you heard that he would wrestle. On the live stream, like on the broadcast, Michael Cole said that JBL would be joining him on commentary. So unless they bitch him out on commentary, which would suck. So
he'll probably join for a match or two and then leave.
Yeah, fuck all that bullshit. I'm tired of seeing like the legends that I grew up with getting jobbed out. It's pathetic. You had a Cross and Miz promo, which wasn't too bad backstage. I'm glad that Cross is being featured more. I'm glad that Miz is somehow still on the show, which I'm glad about. You need your mic workers on here, so having them paired up together was cool. I'm kind of baffled why Scarlett wasn't on the show, but whatever. As long as they're being featured, I don't have a problem with it.
Because Triple H doesn't want sex appeal on his show.
Edge Runner, what's your thoughts on Cross? Do you like him?
If he's used properly,
I can agree on that.
I mean, the dude's having to cut promos on his social media account because Triple H don't want to fucking use him.
Well, and it was funny because Top Dog mentioned this on the other. I don't know if Top Dog mentioned it, but he said that Triple H was upset about how Vince was using Cross. He's not using him much better. The fact that he can't get on the show consistently is kind of baffling to me. You need your mic workers. You need
at least when
that look like they can kick your ass. And Cross is a legit black belt.
So at least when Vince was booking the show, at least Cross was actually featured.
True. It wasn't in a great capacity, but at least he was on the show. Jonathan Hayes says, "Do you guys think Penta has potential?" Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Sure.
As a fucking main. What do you mean by potential? As a main eventer? Absolutely not. No fucking.
They're gonna shove him down our throat for a while, and then Triple H is gonna find a new toy to play with.
Yeah, he's reaching into his bin to grab his action figures. Lisa says, "Yeah, where the hell was Wyatt 6 and Testament? Wyatt 6 have been shipped off to SmackDown, so they're over on fucking.
Oh,
SmackDown.
thank God! Thank God, I don't have to see them.
I don't know how long they'll be over there, but they are there for now. And Testament was nowhere to be found. It was just Miz and Cross, which I'm fine with. Honestly, my perfect stable would be Miz, Cross, and Scarlett. That's perfect. You don't need the Final Testament jobbers. Nobody cares about Paul Ellering, bro. He's like 80 years old. Bro needs to fucking retire. Jermaine says, Noseman doesn't want to push Scarlett Bordeaux because he doesn't want another Sable. Dude, she could be Sable. People would love her, but nah. The only time she gets to wrestle is on house shows.
Dude, Scarlett pretty much has almost everything. She's got sex appeal. She's really good on the mic. She can work a decent match. But no, can't feature her because, she's too... We don't want sex material on our shows. We don't want another Sable, like Jermaine said.
What's funny is that she wouldn't even have to wrestle every week and she could get over. That's...
All she had to do is come out and cut a promo, and that's it.
Yeah, all she'd have to do is come out cutting a promo, wear the revealing outfits that she does, and bam, she's over. There's your next main eventer for the women. It's really not that hard. You could literally have her and Liv Morgan on the top, and that's perfect for me. Maybe as a mid-carder? No, dude. We got too many fucking mid-carders here, bro. How many mid-carders you want? At best, Penta is speed champion material. That's where I see him going. Now, Noseman will definitely shove him down your throat to stick it to Tony Khan. So, now, do I want that? Fuck no, but I guess we're fucked out of our, for shit. Put me on Raw, I'll bring in ratings. There's no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Any of my fans, any of TWRP's fans, myself, Edge Runner, people who have charisma would bring in ratings. There's no doubt in my mind. I've never cut a fucking promo in person, but I know I could out promo at least 90% of that fucking roster right now. So I agree with you, JT Prime, for sure.
Hey, I got an easy way to bring in ratings. All you have to do is put me in a match one-on-one with Liv.
Just have a fucking sex celebration again. What are you losing? Triple H said that, you're gonna see things you've never seen before. And it's like, I've seen all this shit for decades, bro. Let's try to change it up. Why couldn't Braun Breaker go backstage and fucking cuck Dominic with Liv? Have Dom walk into them having sex. That'd be awesome. I'd fucking die laughing on that shit. We need more cuck storylines, man. That'd be hilarious.
It's like TWRP said. I mean, if you were a USA executive and you took one look at Liv Morgan and you took one look at Rhea Ripley, who's the one that you would want to fuck? Oh, I'm going to fuck the cute blonde chick. I'm not going to fuck Marilyn Manson over here.
Wait, Lisa, Penta is 40 years old. Yeah, pack it up. Get this fucking guy out of here. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. I'm tired of this shit. Why are we bringing grandparents, bro? Get him out of here.
Why are we bringing in mid-30s and early 40s and even mid-40s wrestlers? You're wanting to build for the future. These guys are not going to be around forever. What the fuck are you doing, Noseman?
That's Noseman for you, signing 40-plus-year-old wrestlers. Yeah, 40-plus-year-old wrestlers who have, 5 years left in the industry if they don't get hurt. Penta was literally grabbing his knee today. I don't know if he was joking, but if he's injured on his debut episode, he's already a failure. That's why I sent that tweet out saying that he's a failure.
I swear to God, if we wake up tomorrow morning and we get a report that he got injured,
I'll laugh. I don't give a fuck. I'll laugh my ass off. I tweet about it too. I don't care. Me and my wife who control will do on the wall stop on Raw. They would never let you do that ever. At best, you might be able to kiss them on camera. Other than that, they would never let you have sex with them on camera at all. Penta botched a few moves. Yeah, I saw that. He botched his leg drop bullshit. And I think that's where he got hurt, was because he fucked up his leg drop. How are you 40 years old and still botching after 20 plus years in the industry? I don't get it. What was all that training for, bro?
There wouldn't have been any botches if it would have been a fucking quick squash match. But no, can't do that anymore.
Well, it's funny because Penta's not even bigger than Chad Gable, so it's not a believable squash match. Blue Ball says,
well, if you're bringing him in as the big debut,
Twitch.
If you're bringing him in as a big debut, then
yeah, I agree. Blue Ball says Dakota still didn't win after crying on Twitch, which is fucking hilarious. I wonder if the Netflix executives were like, yo, you gotta let Lyra win this shit, bro, because we don't want Dakota Kai. Because they've seen her work. She can't fucking talk on the mic. So fuck all that shit.
Or Triple H probably saw her crying like, oh, you want to cry about how you're not being booked properly? Oh, well, here, let me make you cry some more.
Y2CD, yeah, I got you. I saw you. I'll bring you in a little bit. Give me a minute. Lisa says, and the stupid thing is that they justify these old signings by saying DDP and Batista were late primes, but those are exceptions, not the norm. Yes, but at least, DDP could cut a promo. Batista looked like a fucking monster. So you're bringing in Penta. Penta looks like a normal guy. He doesn't look larger than life. So out of all the guys you could have signed, you could have maybe gotten Brian, picked up Brian Cage, Powerhouse Hobbs. You're picking up fucking luchadors. Nobody
and
wants
DDP and Batista had one thing. They brought in one thing that Pentagon's never going to bring in: ratings.
You fucking nailed the fucking nail against the fucking coffin. You ended it. So I agree. The fact that these guys could also cut promos too. Your guys now.
They had a good look.
They had a good look. They had charisma. They had a personality, and they were heavily featured because they brought the company money. None of these motherfuckers now fucking do shit. It's funny. You have no male draws except for Hulk Hogan and The Rock, and they're not even full-time wrestlers. And Hulk Hogan probably will not make every fucking week either. So you're relying on a fucking 78-year-old veteran from 40 years ago. It's ridiculous.
How sad is it that we have to go back to the 1980s and Hulk Hogan is literally one of the biggest drawing points of your show? Oh, because he got booed. How sad is it that Hulk Hogan, more people are talking about Hulk Hogan than any of the current modern day wrestlers?
Because he's a star. He got, it's funny.
Exactly.
Is that the UFC crowd fucking loves him, but the indie bullshit fucking wrestling fans who don't forgive him over something he said 15 years ago, they're the ones that hate him, which is bullshit.
Oh, but Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens can say the exact same thing, and yet, they're indie darlings. They put on banger matches.
Oh, they said that 15 years ago, bro. It's time to move on. Move on with Hulk Hogan. It's the same fucking deal with him. Who cares? Yeah, look, I've heard the audio. It's rough, but come on, man. 15 years ago, half of y'all motherfuckers were not born when that shit was out. So fucking forgive and forget, bro. You can't have your biggest star ever be treated like that shit. It's bullshit. JT says Penta was rusty. Yeah, he most certainly wasn't.
Yeah.
He was awful in the ring. He looked slow. He definitely looked his age. I did not know he was 40, but he definitely looked 40 in that match. JT says Lyra Falcon won. I want Dakota to better herself. I don't want to see her cry on Twitch again. She needs to improve and better herself. She needs to get fired. So I don't want to see her improve because she's not attractive. She's in her mid-30s. It's time to move the fuck on from her. The fact that she was in NXT for like 6 years and never did anything, that even tells you that Noseman didn't care about her. He only featured her tonight because the internet was crying about it.
And Sean. Can't forget him too.
Yeah, and Sean. And Sean didn't fucking push her either. So, I mean, you're bringing up these people from NXT who have done virtually nothing their entire career, and you're trying to make them believable. Dakota looked like shit in that match with Lyra. I hate to say it. Lyra looked good in the ring. Dakota, not so much. I I hate annoying people. Yeah, I hate people on Twitter because those motherfuckers, like I mentioned in the beginning, with death threats over fucking CM Punk of all people, you guys can go fuck yourself.
How many people was it that sent you death threats, by the way?
I got about like 6 to 7 of them.
Oh my god.
Like I said in the beginning, I reported them. They got removed. I didn't screenshot them, which I should have, but the fact that you're sending death threats over fucking CM Punk of all people, grow the fuck up. For real. Wrestling is not that fucking serious to send threats to my family.
How dare you disrespect our favorite wrestler who got his ass kicked in the octagon? You should be ashamed of yourself.
Your favorite wrestler doesn't give a fuck about you, asshole. How about that? He fucking openly disrespects his fans all the fucking time, talking about, I don't like it when they approach me at the airport. They all smell like shit. He openly disrespects you and you still dick suck. Bro, he's not going to get on his knees and fondle your 2-inch fucking shaft. Move it the fuck on. All right. But some people said that I accused him of being a fucking sexual predator. When the fuck did I ever say that? All I said was Phil Brooks' victims. If you know his past, you know he's a fucking womanizer. Come on now. You know it. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about that. I'm moving the fuck on.
It's probably just some 500-pound neckbeard that lives in his parents' basement that's sending you death threats. I wouldn't really pay it all that much attention, dude.
I'm not. All right, listen up, asshole. You want to send death threats? Keep it up. See where that fucking gets you, asshole. Because I know you don't want nothing to do with me. I'll tell you that.
If somebody sent me a death threat, I just laugh at it. I'd be like, show it to my house.
I laughed about it too, but you can't, like, when you're getting spammed with it, you can't ignore it. Lisa says it's sad how they're bragging about Cena moving tickets for Royal Rumble, but not realizing WWE is relying on a wrestler who's over 20 years in the industry. Yeah, that's the problem. Is it's even with Cena, they still haven't sold out. They're booking, like, with, I think the Royal Rumble, it's gonna be in Lucas Oil Stadium, which has a capacity of 65,000 people. They've only sold out 53,000 to our knowledge. So they still have 13,000 tickets left to sell in a month. So we'll see how that goes. I personally believe that TKO is buying up these remaining seats and just giving them out to people. That's what I'm thinking. Buy one, get one free. It's the AEW model, like where Tony would buy up a bunch of tickets. So TKO, they're probably buying because they can afford it. They probably bought all those tickets and they give them out to people. Because I remember there was stories of not even like a year or two ago, people were saying you'd go up to the desk, like the gate, and they'd upgrade your ticket. So if you had like a higher up ticket, they'd upgrade you to go down to the middle because they needed to fill up seats, which tells you you're not in a boom period if you can't sell out for one of your biggest pay-per-views of the year. The Royal Rumble is one of your big four. You can't even sell that shit out. Come on. And then Elimination Chamber's coming up in fucking March, and I doubt that's not gonna get sold out until the last moment. And that's in a significantly larger arena than Lucas Oil Stadium. Speaking of not selling out, and I did see this going around on social media tonight. Did you see the freaking camera shots where they were panning over the crowd and it's just a whole bunch of empty seats at Raw tonight? Yeah, I saw that. But yet you had Michael Cole on commentary saying we sold out. Which is bullshit because even the sky shot, you can't fake that sky shot. That's from their own fucking cameras. They expose themselves. What else we got? Dakota Kai Who, she's irrelevant. She will not be on the show next week, so don't even fucking worry about it. She probably won't be on the show again for another month. Yeah, probably. She'll probably get a dark match after the show goes off, I'm sure. CM Punk is an old man who tries to be cool and hip with the kids. And hip with the women. Because he takes pictures with women. I don't care if PCP is fucking gay or whatever. I don't care. It's still odd that he's taking a bunch of pictures with women. He has more photos with people in the locker room than his own fucking wife and dog. How do you explain that? How do you justify that? I'm really surprised AJ's never called him out for that. Like, could you imagine when he goes home, she's like, why are you taking all these pictures with all these females? What the hell's going on here? It's funny is even like some of the smarts are calling it out. Like people are calling him creepy for taking pictures. Now, when I had called him out about it, people were like, "Oh, he can't have friends backstage." I'm not saying that, but the fact that all his
We're not
pictures
trying
are
to
with
say that.
women, all his pictures are with women, no dudes. How do you explain
Like
that?
if he took pictures with people in the locker room with like Drew McIntyre and etc., okay, whatever. I mean, well, then again, he had that feud with Drew. Never mind. If he took pictures with men, I could look at it and be like, okay, fine, whatever. But the fact was, like you said, it's all women. All of them, all women. What's going on here?
And literally, that's what I pointed out in my fucking post. And I was just getting way too many fucking flooded messages, so I fucking deleted the post. I'm not fucking doing that shit again because I'm tired of it. There's no reason why
Twitter's gonna be Twitter.
There's no reason why at 3 a.m. I'm trying to go to bed and my phone's blowing up because people want to defend CM Punk. Go fuck yourself. CM Punk does not care about you. He will never care about you. Nobody's saying you can't like him, but do not fucking do stupid shit like that, sending death threats. Who the fuck are you? You're a fucking asshole neckbeard in your fucking basement. I wish you would pull up.
That's why I turned my phone off.
Yeah, that's why I fucking turned that shit off. I don't fucking care.
And it's like you said, them wanting to send death threats. I was like, please, I want to see your 500-pound smelly neckbeard ass get off of your fucking couch in your parents' basement, actually come on down to my crib and actually confront me face to face. I really would like to see that. Let's see what happens.
They're a bunch of pussies. They're not gonna do shit. And the reason I fucking deleted the post was because y'all were fucking spamming the fuck out of me like losers. Go fucking either go get a job, go to bed, or fuck a woman, dude. Just stay the fuck out of my fucking shit, bro. I'm tired of it.
Go watch My Little Pony. Yeah, it might cater to you.
That shit. That's your favorite fucking TV show. I got so bored with Raw, I started watching Blowout for NFL. Oh fuck! Who played tonight? Oh, the Vikings. Yeah,
the Rams. Oh, the Vikings. The Vikings got fucked tonight.
And all y'all motherfuckers were saying they were a threat to the Eagles. Go fuck yourself. My Eagles are not fucking losing to them. They would never lose to them. The fact that the Rams beat their ass, yeah, we would have swamped their ass. Do not fucking.
Well, now you got
my team like that.
Well, you got the Rams next week, and after what they did to the Vikings, I'd be a little cautious.
I'm confident enough. I think our defense is better than the Vikings. We could stop them consistently. I'm kind of worried about my offense. That's it. If they can get it together, I think we're good. Did you notice Seth Rollins? They had to pipe in those woe sounds. They have been doing that. They have to because
they've been doing that for a long time.
No one cares about him. People say that he's a main eventer. He's not. He's dog shit. So,
literally, the only thing that people care about Seth Rollins is his entrance. That is it.
Which means he's not over. Everyone talking about he's over as fuck, guys. If you have to pipe in chants, you're not over. That's why, like with Dominic getting booed out of the building, he's not a true heel. If people actually hated him, you wouldn't have to pipe in the bullshit chants on his entrance. So, CM Punk tries to be a good dad to his two daughters, Cora and Roxanne. Is that not fucking weird? I tried pointing that shit out. I was like, you don't call your friends mama or daddy. I never called my fucking friends my children. But yet you call out CM Punk is just having fun. CM Punk's having fun. He's a lovable guy. He's married. He's been married for a decade.
Why would you be calling your coworkers children? That's a bit weird.
Because Cora and Roxanne are younger than me, you fucking asshole. Okay, but they're not your fucking children. You're a fucking freak.
I mean, if you're calling your coworkers who are grown ass adult children, FBI, y'all might want to do a little investigating.
Bro, on his X account, he like on Instagram, he posted a story. He said, I'm proud of my family and put a picture of Cora and Jade. I'm like, you're a fucking weirdo, dude. Just pack it the fuck up, man.
They're your coworkers, not your children. What the fuck?
And he'll spend more time around them than his actual wife. You can't justify it.
Could you imagine if he actually ever did have children? Oh God.
Those children would be fucking. They would
Oh,
definitely.
they're gonna be so mentally abused.
CM Punk is not straight edge. Whoever said that, you're a fucking retard. He's not. So his kids would definitely be like, how do you justify, like, if you've seen a picture of Punk, he looks like a fucking meth head. Even now, even on Raw, he looked like shit. You can't doll yourself up for TV. You had to go out there looking like a weirdo. Come on. What else we got? You got a problem with us? Say it to her face. You got an opinion about us? Say it to our face. Lefty, 50 Reasons. Yeah,
exactly.
I agree. I couldn't agree with that anymore. I know I don't watch Smart Busters like that anymore, but I agree. It's like fucking say it. Don't be a bitch.
It's like that quote from Mike Tyson. The internet made y'all too safe to say what you want on the internet instead of getting punched in the face.
Exactly. So go fuck yourself. Dom Mysterio is the GOAT. He's overrated.
Oh, okay.
It is fuck, bro. I hate to say it. He's so ass.
If you think he's the GOAT, hey, more power to you, I guess.
I hate to say it. The only reason he's relevant is because he's with Liv Morgan. So if he wasn't with Liv Morgan, he'd be on a fucking floating ship.
And he's Rey Mysterio's son.
Yeah, I forgot about that. If he wasn't Rey Mysterio's son, he would not have a job. So CM Puke also posted pictures of him and Jade Cargill. He did the same thing with Rhea Ripley. He last week he was with her in the ring alone, sitting next to her, and then like a week prior to that, he was working out with her. And she's married too. Why is he hanging around married women? He's a fucking home wrecker. That's what he is. He's a home wrecker. Fuck. Y2CD. Hey, PRW. I'm over here if you want to bring me on the pen. Yeah, I'll bring you on. Edron, I'm gonna remove you and bring him in. It was nice talking to you.
Okay. See ya, dude.
Yeah. What's up?
Good. How about you?
Good. Did you watch the show or no?
I watched it through like TWRP.
Your thoughts?
The show it was really garbage, as I would expect it to be.
Cool. Hey, check your audio. You got like this weird fuzzy fucking noise. Try to fix that real quick. I'm gonna mute you so that people don't hear that. These losers think Hogan is a bad heel because they hate him in real life. Imagine if these marks had to deal with JBL, HHH, Piper. They wouldn't be able to handle it because they can't handle real life heels. And on my heel video, some asshole was like, JBL's not a real life heel, you fucking asshole. Okay, if he wasn't a real life heel, why was he doing the Nazi symbolism in that house show if he wasn't a real life heel? Come on now. Even Johnny Lawrence and Cobra Kai said people nowadays hide behind their phone rather than saying it in person. Yeah, because people are afraid to get their ass kicked. Because if you have anyone who's combat trained or anyone who's physically trained in any form of combat, you're going to get your ass kicked. It's as simple as that. And most people would like to hide behind. A common misconception with people is that when it comes to the internet is that you're not metaphorically safe either. Anything you post, anything you say will be there. It will be archived by somebody. So when it comes to being like that, you're going to get either way. People are going to feel a certain way about it. The show sucked. Yeah, it did suck. I mean, there was a couple segments here and there that I thought were but a lot of these matches, the matches they did have, went on for way too long. The only match that was relatively short was Miz versus Sami Zayn, but he jobbed to Miz, so it wasn't really a fucking legit at all. So yeah, the show was ass. I really don't even have anything else to say about it, to be honest with you. It was mediocre bullshit that you've seen for years. So it wasn't anything special at all. And these episodes for Raw should be special because you're on Netflix. You got to make a good impression. And you're just not making the impression that you should be, and they're failing. So yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it. I don't even know what else to talk about. I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to send me questions because there's not much to talk about with this show. It was just simply ass. So if you want to type down in the comments, let me know. I'm gonna get a drink. Give me a minute.
Sure.
Could they handle Orton in the mid-late 800s? No.
No, not a chance.
Not at all. This mic sounds awful. Sorry, your mic, I hate to say, your mic sounded like garbage. I really fucking sorry. I didn't mean to. I had to remove you because I don't know. Our audios were like mixing together. Long boring promos, long boring matches. Yeah. Rhea came out, cut it like she was close to cutting a promo, but Nia Jax interrupted her. This show was shit. It was so ass. So I don't know if you guys want to ask me questions or whatever, go ahead, because I was probably gonna end this at 12 anyway, because I gotta go to work tomorrow. So let me know. JBL legit had security after causing Eddie's mother an accidental heart attack. Yeah, because people wanted to fucking kill him. You don't have that now. None of the heels that you have now are, doing things that allow people to hate them. Now, I'm not saying you should want to have your heels be killed on TV, but you should want your heels to, I don't know, feel like they're doing things that would make people want to do something metaphorically. And you don't have that now. None of your heels now can get the job done. So no problem. Yeah. Cause I see lots of Gen Zs post about mid to late 2000s Orton being awesome. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So they weren't even fucking watching back then. They all started watching in 2014. Predictions on the roster, ratings for the show. I predict 496K. Well, they're saying that overall they said that after like 400,000 people watched live, and that, or 600K last week watched live, and then they ended up with the magical number of 4.9 million, which factors in the live and the day after streaming. So you're telling me that 3 million plus people the next day streamed it instead of watching it live? That doesn't make much sense to me. You ever thought about having live reactions or reviews to classic wrestling shows, WWE, TNA, ECW? Yeah, there was a couple, like Ruthless Aggression. I was thinking that could possibly be entertaining enough to watch. And I know Lisa wanted to react to some of those later on. So we'll figure it out. I got to get back into uploading consistently. I've been kind of live streaming because I haven't really wanted to make videos, but fuck it. The best Orton promo was telling Ray that Eddie was in hell. Marks are still triggered to the day. Yeah, that was a good promo. That made him get heat. And that's what you want as a heel. You want people to boo you because any reaction is a good reaction. Now, if you're a heel and you're getting cheered, you're doing something wrong. So, and overall, probably 5 million. Yeah, probably 5 million. Well, actually, no, I think it might be lower than that, dude, because last week's was 4.9 with Hulk Hogan, John Cena, Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. All your stars were on that show. So They didn't have Hulk Hogan this week. They didn't have The Rock. They didn't have John Cena. So overall, you will see the number drop. They will try to bullshit you with, say, like 6-7 million. No, absolutely not. I was going to tell TWRP this, but I'll tell you instead. If WWE brings Ric Flair back and he dies in the ring because of Bronson Reed, Noseman is going to get a whole lot of trouble. Well, I look at it like this. Why are we bringing back Ric Flair? Ric Flair, how old is he, man? He's got to be in his 80s now, right? At least in his 80s. I'm going to look that up now. He's 75 years old. Why the fuck would you bring him back to get tsunami'd by Bronson Reed? Bronson Reed is injured right now. He has this weird Twitter gimmick that nobody gives a shit about. Let's move the fuck on from Bronson Reed already. Ric Flair, I understand you get the hunch and you want to get back in the ring, but bro, you're past your prime. It's time to move the fuck on now. Please. Agreed. You see IWC channels suck. Yeah, because they parrot the same opinions that you hear consistently on Twitter. So why should you take them seriously when all of them have the same opinions? At least with like me, Jay Rants when he was making videos, Casual Q, TW Booty Hunter, TWRP, we have our own opinions and likes in wrestling. All these other channels like the same shit. Like Solid Monster, JD, Wrestling Otaku. They all have the same opinions on shit. So how could you consistently watch those people consistently when you know that they have no other opinion except for the smart one? They don't have their own opinion. This is a bullshit era. WWE is overpricing for this boring bullshit. How can regular people afford to go to these events? I went to SmackDown in Nashville, fucking $250 in AEW. I just paid $37. What were your seats like? Because $230, if it was an up like nosebleed seat, that's an awful fucking deal. Absolutely awful deal. Thanks for having me on the show. Yeah, it's cool. I don't mind having people on. Excuse me. I wouldn't be surprised that the ratings would be in the 1 mil range if Lisa's calculations are correct. Well, they've fucking said that the number factors in live and after. So last week was 664K households tuned in, which was about like 1.4, 1.5. So your normal range that you got on USA. And then they said that replays got them up to 4.9, which is, so you're telling me that 3.4 million people watched it the next day? Why didn't they watch it live? Just doesn't make any sense to me. Ric Flair has been washed since 2008. Yeah, that was the last time that Ric Flair truly mattered. I think that he should have just stayed retired. I didn't mind him coming in with Charlotte to be her valet, but Ric Flair, he's one of those guys that, along with like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, a lot of these older guys from the golden era need to just retire. The fact that they're using these guys a lot tells you that the roster right now that they built is not good enough to compete with anything and draw ratings. So that's a failure on Vince and Triple H. But because Triple H is in power now, it's a failure on him for not continuing to build up the roster. Ric Flair literally did TLC matches back when the wrestlers were better workers now. I don't trust these guys not to severely injure Rick. Well, that's the problem, is Rick is 70. Like, I just looked up his age. He's 75 years old. When he was doing his matches in 2008, that was what, 15 years ago? So, or like 16 years ago at this point. He was 51 in those matches. So he's 75. Who would you even have him go against? There is no heat. I wouldn't mind him coming out and cutting a promo, but wrestling, no. Ric Flair should not come back. The best he can do is comedy spot, eliminating himself, or a quick elimination clothesline immediately over the top rope. I don't even want to see that. If you're gonna bring back Ric Flair, just have him cut a promo. That's all I want him to do. But I don't want him coming back either, Challenger John, because the risk of injury and possibly dying in the ring at that age is done. if I was an indie company or even WWE, I would not book this guy to work at all. So, yeah, good night, Hot Man. Or Hot Man Gaming. I'll see you whenever. 12 o'clock. I'm gonna end this out. SmackDown got 1.4 million. Oof. Yep. I told people that once the move to like when Raw moved to Netflix, they were gonna suffer the most, and they're definitely going to suffer more because Tiffany Stratton, as great as she is, she's gonna be moving her ass over to Raw too. So SmackDown will literally have nobody for you to care about. I went all the way down. Technical Work Rate even said next week that they're taking a break from watching Raw. Truthfully, I don't blame them. Yeah, I'll probably watch it, but I probably won't make a live stream about it because like even now I'm struggling. That's why I kind of had to stop talking about it, Edge Runner, because there was not much to talk about. Now there was more on my sheet that I had written down, but what was I going to talk about? Rhea's promo, Bailey coming in the ring, Nia Jax coming out. I mean, the street fight, which is the most boring street fight of all time. It's just, Braun Breaker being in the crowd. I don't get it. Hell no, man. Get that fucking guy some help. Stay the fuck away from him, man. Samuel says the IWC will defend Triple H's booking and on Raw and SmackDown, make excuses with ratings but they are down. Yes, they will make excuses because it's the common excuses I've talked about is the move to Netflix is taking viewers away, cord cutting, people just aren't watching TV anymore, which is false. Because how can the college football playoff national championship match get like 20 to 25 million viewers? You can't even outdraw college football. So all those excuses are bullshit. They're forced to use these older guys because nobody is as good on the mic as those legends. Yeah, I don't mind the legends cutting promos when it comes to like Stone Cold possibly getting back in the ring, Hulk Hogan getting in the ring, Ric Flair, like no. I don't want to see these old guys get in the ring. You're not Brock Lesnar, you're not The Rock. You don't have the ability to go like that anymore. So more specifically, I was in lower bowl, front row camera. So 250, is that like expensive? Because I saw like in the middle where the guardrail is, where the ring is, I've seen prices get up to like $600-$700. So if that's 250, that's not awful, but it's still expensive. You shouldn't have to pay that much for a fucking WWE show. Only one who could work a match with Rick is maybe Hogan. I don't even think Hogan can't go in the ring either. He's had so many fucking back surgeries. His spine is fused together. He does one leg drop, he might die in the ring. So I wouldn't even support that. Josh says, feel like the show got worse around once 9:30 or so. Yeah, that's why I feel like they ended the show early. Because an hour in, you had a CM Punk promo, Penta making his debut. What else? Let me pull up my notes. So in the first hour alone, you had CM Punk have a boring promo. You had Penta have a match. You had a backstage segment with the Judgment Day. Liv teasing Dom like she's mad and shit. And then you had Sheamus versus Kaiser. So in 1 hour, you had two 25-minute matches and two 5-minute promos. Come on. Triple H needs to stop being like Dana White. Yeah, dude, it's not working. I see Gunther. He's so boring. Yeah, he came out and cut a promo today or tonight talking to Jey Uso. Honestly, I'm in favor for Jey. I don't know if you guys agree, but have Jey Uso beat him at Saturday night's main event. We need a new champion. Gunther hasn't been on the show in 2 months. How can you justify him being world heavyweight champion? At least with Jey Uso, he can sell merch, and he's not awful in the ring. So fuck it, put the title on him. Teasing a Nia, Bailey, and Rhea feud is a snooze fest. Yeah, I'm tired of it. I don't hate Nia Jax, but come on. I'm all I'm happy about is that Liv didn't come out. I'm glad she can hopefully move on and do her own thing. But this is going to be a snooze fest, and nobody's going to want to watch on Raw. It's so dumb. They're gassing up this current roster, saying it's the best it's ever been. Why do you have to bring in the legends if it's so great? Because they're looking at it like, oh, it's the best that they've ever been in the ring. Okay, even if that's true, it's not the best drawing roster that you've ever had. I'd say Attitude Era, even Golden Era was higher drawing. Even New Generation was a better roster. At least you could kind of care about the goofy characters. Who the fuck you got now on that roster that you care about? Nobody. Much like the NBA, wrestling is going down, down, down. Yeah, the NBA, the fall off of the NBA has to be studied. Not even gonna lie, because basketball itself is just not entertaining anymore. I hate to say it. It's much like WWE, where I would take 90s WWF over current, and I would take 90s NBA over current too. At least you had your physicality back then. You had Michael Jordan. At least you could watch. Nobody wants to watch for fucking bullshit. You know what I mean? Triple H has no clear plan for the future of anything. He books and writes meaningless matches that don't benefit the show. Because honestly, Spectral, I feel like Triple H deep down knows that he's going to get fired. So he's trying his hardest to ruin the show. He knows he's not going to be in power for much longer. I don't know how long TKO will put up with him, but eventually he will be ousted and he will be done. So I think he's willing to just sacrifice this show, something that Vince McMahon built up for 40 years. And then another person's going to have to come in and clean up his fucking mess. So I think he's a weirdo. He's willing to ruin everything because he knows he's going to get fired. Should I start doing wrestling reviews on my channel? If so, I may do classic, because if I talk about current day, oh boy, I'm gonna piss myself off. I mean, honestly, if you want to, why not? Fuck it. If you want to review old shows, go right ahead. It's much better than doing current. So the only reason I cover current shit is because people like hearing me bitch and complain about it. So that's what I do. Yeah, fuck it, why not? What do you think about Penta? Penta is just another luchador that's not going to matter in a month. Once Rey Fenix comes, he's not going to be a big deal. He'll be tagging with Rey Fenix. So that's my thoughts on that. If you look at prices right now, the front row seats in Nashville at Brimstone, $700. This is a Raw. Yeah, that's like, that should be pay-per-view numbers. Why is Raw ramped up that high? Especially think about it. If you're a casual that's watched the show before, why would you spend $700 like that to go to the show when you could just watch it on TV? Come on. It was a Raw. If Raw was 3 hours last week and 2.5 this week, next week it'll be 2 hours max. Well, as far as I know, Triple H doesn't have a time restraint on Raw. So he can make it as long or short as possible. I think he just didn't have anything ready to keep the show 3 hours long this week, so he ended it. By the way, I still have no commercials. I'm using my cousin's Netflix, and I'm just assuming he has a VPN I'm not aware of. Yeah, everyone in the United States has commercials. As far as I know, people in the UK and Europe, they don't have ads at all. So what am I paying? What am I paying $15 to $20 a month for Netflix if I can't even get ad-free television? Bullshit. These stupid marks on Twitter crying about a lingerie pillow fight in 2005, saying that they'll play this in Vince's trial. Like, by that retarded logic, Taker should be in jail for hanging Big Boss Man. Dude, it was a fucking storyline. It's not to be taken seriously. It was a goofy ass fucking storyline that people back in the day loved. So, fuck it. I don't get it. We saw Rhea and Nia's last year at Chamber. It was not a good match. Yes, it wasn't. This transfer window is just Triple H's wild card rule, an excuse to kill the brand split because Mania season lull. But here's the thing: you're bringing over people like no offense to Nia Jax, but Nia Jax is supposed to be a game changer on Raw. I don't believe it. At least if you're gonna have the transfer portal be a real thing, bring up people from NXT. You had Obafemi on this show today. He was in the crowd. Bring his ass up. Have him come up with the NXT title. Okay, why is Nia feuding with Rhea Ripley when it was Tiffany who crashed in on her? Because I guess because Nia wants another championship. I don't know. We'd have to ask Triple H himself. People saying today's best in ring is trash, considering 2003 had Brock and Kurt putting on clinics. Yeah, you had more ring psychology back then too. You had two big guys who could throw each other around, and it was entertaining to watch. I'm tired of seeing the same kind of. See, that's like why I was kind of clamoring for Omos, was because at least he doesn't wrestle like a fucking midget. He wrestles like his size, does for a big guy. That's why I like Omos. Yep. I'd rather watch NBA than WWE, and I did get NBA 2K25, but only in a bundle with WWE 2K. Yeah, I with 2K25 with WWE 2K25, I'm not gonna buy it on launch. I didn't buy it on launch either, so I don't blame you. It's an okay wrestling game. It's not great. It doesn't do anything special. Triple H thought he was going to get the company, yet VKM got one over him. Yeah, he sold the TKO. So Triple H, his plan was to marry Stephanie McMahon and to inherit the company from Vince. And that backfired because he sold the TKO for a bunch of money. So his overall huge plan, failed. Curious Vessel says, what's your reaction to WWE loyalists who consider you're just an AEW fan if you have an opinion that oppresses their love for WWE? What's funny is that I don't watch AEW. So I've had people come at me saying, oh, you're a Tony Khan shill. You're an AEW loyalist. This, that, and the third. I do not like AEW. I've never watched an AEW show, and I don't fucking. It's funny. I don't fucking loyal for nobody. I talked shit about WWE, and I would talk shit about AEW. So, bullshit. I guess that pegging Nia put him through wasn't worth it. Yeah, I guess not. But he'll still take it. Excuse me. Would be interesting to see HBK book main roster. I'll say one thing about HBK. He cannot book for men. He can book the women very well, but the men, no. I would need him to kind of learn how to book for them. He needs to learn how to book for both. I think that's what he needs to do. I wouldn't be against Sean coming up to the main roster to book, but as a full booker, I don't know if he can get the job done. He'd be better than Triple H, but I don't know how much better he would. I think nowadays she holds VCam and Lindis over his head as well. Yes. There's no doubt. There's no doubt Stephanie McMahon bullies the fuck out of him in private. There's no doubt. Crazy they removed Corey Graves from commentary. I saw that. So instead of Wade Barrett going down to NXT, they took Corey Graves off of SmackDown, which does not make any fucking sense. So SmackDown is what? Tessitore and Wade Barrett. It's an awful fucking team. I think Saturday night's main event in July is head-to-head with AEW All In. Going to be very interesting. Yeah, there's a couple matches confirmed. If for anybody that didn't watch Raw, they confirmed a couple matches tonight for Saturday night's main event. You have Gunther versus Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title. And then you're having Braun Breaker versus Sheamus for the Intercontinental. Honestly, I'm hoping for Jey Uso to beat him. I cannot stand Gunther. Triple H also wants to tear down the traditions that were established under Vince McMahon in order to make way for his smarky vision. But here's the problem, is that even his smarky vision, you could credit that towards Vince McMahon. Because without WWE being a global conglomerate, people wouldn't want to wrestle legitimately. So even you could say that the indies are even around because of him. So Triple H has no plan or idea, not even picking up a pencil to write scripts at all. All he does is job people out and overpush Cody and Gunther to be top stars, and Rhea was too overrated. Yeah, that's just Triple H's envision for WWE. Is that any of his problem children? Now, I will say Rhea's a nice woman. She's not an asshole, but she's definitely a problem child for him. There's no doubt. Anyone from Black and Gold definitely is a problem child. have Oba Fenrir. I wouldn't be against that. Personally, I'd have him drop the NXT title, and I would have him squash Shinsuke Nakamura in like 5 minutes or 5 seconds. To be honest with you, win the US title. I'd have Braun Breaker beat Gunther or Jey Uso, whoever holds the title, and then that's a good WrestleMania match for 2 titles. Fuck it, why not? Twitter marks have now went off on Stevie Richards because he found Mike Awesome versus Masato Tanaka as a non-draw. Funny considering nobody talked about it until Gunther mentioned it on WWE Bump. I like Mike Awesome, but yeah, he wasn't a draw. Same with Masato Tanaka. Honestly, I've checked out a bunch of Stevie Richards like videos. Is it safe to say that he's an anti-smark? Because I've seen like he mentioned Triple H and talking about how he's a mark for himself. Maybe it's possible he's an anti-smark. Who knows? One of the biggest anti-smarks, I guess. Almost sucks though. Come on, like let's not kid. I agree. Almost isn't great, but he's got big size, so you got to take advantage of that. He should be trained. If he can train himself and cut a promo, there's no reason not to feature him on TV. No, it was a bundle with 2K24 and 2K25. It was worth it, I guess. 48K, 2 games, $20 each. Yeah, I mean, the quick warning about 2K24 is that you will get bored very quickly after you're done. So you'll probably find more enjoyment in 2K25. Since you did a roster breakdown for WWE, would you consider a breakdown for the rosters of TNA and AEW? Since you cut half the roster, half the wrestlers, it would be wise to do cuts to promote. I know, like I'll do AEW. I got to check out TNA first before I do that roster. So AEW, yeah, I definitely do that. What's your thoughts on John Cena bullying jobbers back in the day? I mean, it is what it is. Cena's not this great guy either. So, wait, why is Jey Uso going up? Should be Braun. Jay's a mid-carder. Because, yeah, Jay's a mid-carder, but if they're not going to feature Braun, just have him beat Jey Uso. Have Jey Uso beat Gunther, and then like in a month, have Braun Breaker just squash him for the title. Hold 2 belts. Saturday night's main event is the same night as AEW All In. Oh boy, Tony's going to get pissed. They will outdraw All In, no doubt. Rhea is the most over women's talent in wrestling. Over with who? The crowd? I don't know, man. I really don't. Like, she's not a rating success. She doesn't sell merch like that. She's okay. She's not the biggest star in wrestling by a long shot. She's not. Almost as an attraction. Yeah, that's why I would feature him. Stevie Richards trashes HHH and Tony Khan. Stevie Richards heading RTC and being Victoria's psycho boyfriend over anything Mike Awesome Tanaka has done. Yeah, Stevie Richards, he's telling the real. You need big personalities like that were in wrestling telling the real. Because there's only so much I can do, you know? There's only so much that the people in our community could do. So having a guy like that talk his shit, I love it. If you did a roster breakdown TNA, he would fire 99% of the roster. I don't know who's on TNA's roster. That's the problem. So, yeah. Almost versus Prime Kali would have sold out multiple stadiums. Oh, definitely in India. Like if they were doing those Saudi shows, those would sell out by themselves. It'd be the biggest draw on the card. So, all right, it's 12. All right, it's 12:09. I'm gonna head out. I wasn't gonna stay on here for too long because I have to go to work tomorrow. But I do appreciate everyone coming through. Pretty much the show was ass. So join me whenever I kind of make more videos. PRW. Peace out, guys.